Hi everyone, we're going to determine whether the graph of the equations rises to the right, falls to the right, is horizontal, or is vertical. We have 4 problems, so we'll start with the first one. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and rewrite this. X plus y equals 10, and subtract x from both sides. Just makes it a little easier. Y equals negative x plus 10. You can see the slope is negative 1. That means it's going to fall to the right. Now to graph it, you don't have to graph these, but if the slope is negative, it means it falls to the right. If I do, what I usually do is I just plug in 2 points. So you have your x and y. I always plug in 0 because that's easy. Then you get 10. So that's right up in there. And then I could also just look at this equation, and for y plug in 0. If I plug in y for 0, then my x is 10. So I go over here to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you can graph it that way. The slope is negative 1. So basically it's going through these. It's going, slope is just negative 1. So it goes something like that. It's hard to graph on here. But you can see this is like an airplane landing, or someone walking down the hill. So you always read a graph from left to right. So this is falling to the right. All right, the next one, I'm going to rewrite this. I'm going to take the 4x minus y equals 3. I'm going to add the y to both sides and subtract the 3. So that's going to give me 4x minus 3 equals y. You can rewrite this as y equals 4x minus 3. Again, when you're just rearranging equations, if you cross the equal sign, just change signs. So when I moved the 3 over here, made it negative 3. When I moved the y over here, I made it positive y. Now again, we just do a little graph. You can see the slope is positive. So if you don't graph it, that means since the slope is positive, it rises to the right. And the slope is positive 4. So I'm just going to plug in, let's see. You need 2 points to make a line. I'll plug in 0 for x, then I'll get negative 3. If I plug in 1, I get 4 minus 3 is 1. So plot those 2 points. 0, negative 3. So 0, negative 3. There's 1 point and 1 comma 1. Or you could have just used your slope and gone from your y-intercept and gone rise 1, 2, 3, 4, and then over 1 to the run. So vertical over horizontal. And that's like an airplane taking off, or somebody that is walking uphill. All right, next one. We have x equals 6. So this is in standard form. You can also write it as x plus 0y equals 6. So I'm going to plug in a bunch of y's. This one, I'll just do negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. And if you plug in all these numbers, you'll always get a 6 for x. So that just means everywhere you go to 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. And no matter what your y is, no matter what any of these y's are over here, you're always going to get a 6. This is not a function because all 6's, this 6 has different y's and it can only have one y. But this is a vertical line. You also see this is called undefined, because if you try to do the slope, you'll get something over 0. So all these points, all these y points are here. No matter what your y, x is always going to be 6. And then the last one, I'm going to add 6 to both sides. So you get y equals 6. And the same thing happens. So basically this is like saying 0x plus y equals 6. So no matter what I put in for my x, my y is always going to be 6. So I go up to here for y, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a horizontal line. This is at 6. And all of these are your x's. No matter what your x is, when you plug that in to the x, you zero it out. So you're always going to get y equals 6. This is a horizontal line. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. You can just write this as y equals 6. Bye-bye.